In this video, we're going to look at how to go about explicitly teaching letter formations to children, because we know that learners will not automatically pick up the correct letter formations just because they're exposed to the written text. We need to be deliberate and explicit in teaching letter formations. Now remember that letter formations leads to automatic writing, which then frees up the brain for more creative and critical thinking, which we know is one of the major goals of learning handwriting. Now let's look at how you could introduce the different letters. Do you start with A and work your way up to Z in the alphabet? Or you could choose a more explicit and constructive way, like using letter families, where you group letters together based on similarities to help learners remember the formation of letters. Now, there are different handwriting programs out there, and your school might follow a specific one. But the key concept behind most of them is to introduce learners to letters in groups or families. What you see on your screen now is an example of different letter families. And handwriting programs might group different letters together, and they can also give different names to these groups. Some common groups are the C-shaped letters with a rounded pattern. Now, these letters all start the same with a C shape. The next is your linear shapes, and these letters are all grouped together because they all begin with a line. The next is the down, up and over letters, and these letters all begin with dropping down and then bouncing over. The next group is the diagonal shaped letters, and these letters are grouped together because the first movement in writing these letters is a diagonal line. And the last group is a miscellaneous group, and these letters have no shapes or common strokes with each other or other letters. The benefits for teaching letters in groups with common strokes or a directional pull of the pencil is because it builds motor memory and promotes rhythmic or fluent writing. The repetition of the shared movement helps with learning letter formation. Now, motor memory refers to the ability to instantly recall and complete a specific motor movement, so without you having to think about it. When you do something so many times that it becomes automatic, that is motor memory. We use motor memory all the time. For instance, tying our shoelaces. It was once a very complicated task that we needed to think about and concentrate while doing, but the more we practiced, the less we had to think about it, until it was automatic, and you did not have to think about it at all. In fact, the brain was free to think about other things and to even hold a conversation with someone else while tying our shoelaces. Now, writing is the same. When you master handwriting, you can write without having to stop and think about where to start or stop the letter. It has become automated through the years of practice, which allows us to become fluent and automatic writers. Often learners with a messy handwriting have not yet developed this motor memory.